Hey there, folks! I got a new knife for you. I am beyond excited. I gotta play Lotto. So you know how I guys tell you that makers send me knives or I bought the knife. This one I actually won on Instagram. So much like you guys, I have several accounts. I run this account, Terra Fanatic, the Wieners and Steel, and I got a lesser known account. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. Some of you are that hardcore followers and did your detective work, might have figured it out. But I have this lesser known account with about 196, 200 followers, nothing. But I've been on a kick with the chef knives. So I ran into this account. This is Alexander Bazes. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. And his account is Bazes Blades. I'll put the link below. And he was doing this ridiculous free giveaway. Yes, cut to the chase. I won it. So the rules were repost this particular blade, the giveaway, tag him on it, and put a couple of hashtags on it, and that tag 3 friends. I only entered it once because I didn't think I was going to win it, Lots of people entered, about 400 people entered. So, I totally forgot about it. It ran for about 2 or 3 weeks. Yesterday, he DMs me that I won the chef knife, right? Now, I know it was gorgeous. I know it was a gorgeous knife. I loved it. But I didn't realize his, how should I say this? His fame. So, I'll put the link below to a site called Eating Tools, where they sell his knives, and these are all of his knives are handmade. They're all handmade, hand ground, right? Forged. He forges all the steel. So you could just imagine. I mean, you don't have to imagine. I'll tell you. I went to Eating Tools. His chef knives go for like 1,000 and up. I think the most expensive one I saw was about 1,600, because again, they're all handmade, hand forged, and handmade. He was trained in Japan. Actually, he's originally from New York, and his forge is in Kyoto, Japan. He's back here in the States. I'm only going to assume it's because of COVID. I'm assuming he's back because of COVID. I don't know why he'd come back to New York, which is like the the epicenter of COVID, but he's here in New York, but he forges his knives in Kyoto, Japan. So he gets all his steel from Japan. And yeah, I was just like, what? I couldn't believe it. Now, I know you guys are going to say, oh, Mike, come on. He knew your account. Not that my account is that famous or that much followers. I only got like 11,000 followers on YouTube and on Instagram. It's not like crazy. It's not like, oh, it's fixed. No, I swear, guys, I swear he had no clue who I was. In fact, when I told him today that I got the knife, they said, oh, can you do me a favor? Can you just tag me on some of your posts? And I said, yeah, I told him I actually got a YouTube account. Do you mind if I make a vid? He goes, yeah, absolutely. He had no clue. He just started following me today. I hope I bring some, attention to him. He does have pretty strong following. I don't think he needs my help. The man sells like $1,600, $2,000 chef knives. But yeah, thank you so much, Alexander. Really happy. And that's my big thank you and introduction, because I am so in love with this blade. So again, this is a hand forged blade and ground by hand by Alexander. The metal, the steel on this is Damascus, which of course is very difficult to capture. It's Damascus Suminagashi clad Takafu Shiro 2. Yes, I have no idea what that is. I had to Google that. So it's Damascus Suminagashi clad Takafu Shiro 2. So Takafu is a white steel, not Hitachi white steel. If you guys know about that, Alexander explained to me that it's not quite Hitachi white steel, but it's not blue steel. Blue steel is on the lower end of the Hitachi steel, but it's somewhere in between the white and blue, right? So Takafu white steel, also known as Shiro 2, is a fine grained steel, and it takes a awesome razor's edge. Perfect for chef knives, right? Now, suminagashi is Japanese for flowing ink. And you can see like that Damascus pattern. It definitely looks like you just spilled like a bottle of silver ink on the blade. I mean, it is gorgeous. And he created this pattern, Alexander. He forged this himself. Let me tell you something before I go further. This thing is super, super lightweight. Amazingly lightweight. Right? So suminagashi, again, is part of the white steel family. It's basically reserved for high-end custom knives. As you see right here, if you're selling like a chef knife for a G, that is a high-end custom build. Again, it's got excellent edge retention. And like Alexander said, it's actually tougher than a Tachi white, which is pretty awesome. Just going to go over all the material. So the handle is Argentine Lignum Vitae. Lignum Vitae. I know. I don't know what that is either. I had to Google all that. So Lignum Vitae apparently is an over-harvested wood. It's known to be the heaviest and hardest wood out there. So it's definitely going to stand a lot of chef use, but more than that, it's just an awesome wood. But again, because it's over harvested, this one is a Lignum Vitae, but it's actually Argentine Lignum Vitae, because the regular Lignum Vitae is in the endangered species list, because again, it was over harvested. If you have anything made of Lignum Vitae, that is high-end, super expensive chef knife. This one is Argentine Lignum Vitae, which is not yet restricted from trade. It's not yet an endangered species, but they forecast that it will soon, because it has the same properties as the traditional, the older, more regarded Lignum Vitae. It's got a nice Lignum Vitae is known for its color, which is like a light olive, if you can see on this video. It's got a little bit light olive brown, a little bit yellow, right? And it's got like a scent, like I want to say like a flowery, like a perfume scent. It's amazing. Now what Alexander did is he put a hammered copper bolster on this, which he made himself and forged himself. And it's got a single copper pin, right? Because it is a hidden tang construction, which makes the handle lighter. So the balance, if I can balance it for you guys, is somewhere in the middle of the blade. And I believe high-end chef knives would tell you that's exactly where you want the balance. You don't want it too blade heavy, and you definitely don't want it too handle heavy. Amazing. I want to show you. Look at that belly. That's just gorgeous. Look at the spine. They said at high-end custom knives, custom chef knives, they taper. So they get a little bit fatter and swollen here, and it tapers. And this definitely, it gets skinnier towards the end. And it definitely succeeds there. I can't believe I'm already at 8.5 minutes. I mean, amazing knife. Maybe I'll do a part 2 to it, because it doesn't do it justice. Let me show you some of the blade. It's just gorgeous. I know you guys probably are not so much into the chef knives. Again, I blame the bandit. I am so into it now. The handle design is amazing. Definitely Japanese influence, Japanese style Gyuto chef knife, if I didn't say so, which is a marrying of Japanese and a Western style. Just a nice thin blade, which is very light. Great for chefs who do a lot of cutting. It does have a little belly, but I think it's more conducive for like up and down slicing or push cutting. And it's a double bevel, so meaning it's got an edge on both sides. Pretty awesome. Anyway, folks, I'll do another video, but I just want to showcase, maybe I'll do like a cutting, slicing video. I just want to showcase to you this new score. I mean, amazing. What an amazing community. What a generous giveaway. Hey, enter giveaways. You never know. You never know if you're going to win. Look at this awesome blade. Just so gorgeous. All right, guys. Peace.